I'm Paige, a 30-year-old single mother. I live with my daughter Pam, who is 3 years old. I just got a divorce a month ago with my husband, who I've been married to for 5 years. After I finished moving out and doing all the other things, I finally had enough time to look for a new job. My ex-husband will be paying me child support, but I can't survive without a job. Today, I'm here for a job interview at a company that my trustworthy friend told me about. I'm actually here at the Top Core, which is famous for being a top-tier company. Top Core was also known for a company that supports working parents, and the employees can come to work with their kids. And they also allow the employees to dress casually. The owner has innovative ideas and actively incorporates new ideas, making him a front-runner in new businesses. The company has been gaining a lot of attention in the media as a firm in the front line. You can take your kids with you when you have your job interview, and even wear tracksuits or damaged jeans. It's pretty unbelievable that a company like this exists, but today I'm having my job interview. I wore black pants with a white t-shirt and energetically went to my job interview. There were so many people going in and out of Top Core, and it looked really like a huge firm.
Mom, this place is awesome!
Right? Everyone around me were in suits. Are we really allowed to dress casually? They kept on giving us glances, and some looked interested as if some kind of outsider who didn't fit in were visiting their company.
Good work today. Bye-bye!
Hey, Pam! Some of them seemed to be whispering to each other about us, and some were giggling out of pure interest, but Pam was innocently smiling at them. She's such a social butterfly. Nope, this is not the time to think about that. I quickly headed to where my job interview was going to be held. There were dozens of people who were also here to have a job interview, but everyone was dressed in suits, and I was the only one with my kid. But they said we're allowed to dress casually and take our kids with us during the job interview, so I should be fine. 5 of us were being interviewed at the same time, and when we entered the room, there were 2 male interviewers and a female interviewer waiting for us. But as soon as they saw me, they gave each other a wry smile.
Hey, I wonder if we were having an interview for kindergartners today.
Huh? I was surprised to hear him suddenly say that. I heard that I was allowed to bring my child with me and dress casually for the interview. Was I not supposed to?
Oh, it looks like someone actually believed what was written.
I heard the company valued freedom. I heard that you also allow employees to come to work with their children and wear casual clothing to work. Also on the website, it said that interviewees could take their children with them to the interview and dress casually. Does that mean the information written there was a mistake? They were attacking me even before they asked for my name, so I decided to fight back a bit.
That's what it says. But you're the first one who actually brought their kids with them and dressed casually like you. I thought everyone would know that it's just a public image.
Public stands?
Many of our employees have kids, but isn't it clear that it would cause so much trouble if you actually bring your kids to work?
Okay.
Considering the era we're in, we have to appeal that our company supports childcare. But all the employees here are being responsible and understand their limits. I bet you understand what we're talking about.
Of course not. Does that mean they're just pretending to be understanding for their public image while they actually forbid us from bringing our children to work? Look at them being all supportive of working parents in the media. The employees here all wore formal suits, and I kind of figured from the looks they were giving me as a parent with a child. But I never expected the interviewers to say things like this.
I think there aren't many companies that are willing to hire those without any motivation.
Huh? I'm clearly very motivated. That's why I'm here for a job interview.
What should we do, sir?
Then the interviewer asked the man who hasn't said anything yet. The man who looked grumpy seemed to be the CEO.
Visiting the company in the way you're dressed right now. I admit that you're very courageous.
Then am I getting hired? It was pretty clear that wasn't the case from his intimidating expression.
Should we check her resume just in case? I think it's a waste of time, though.
Nah, we don't have to. Go home already. You're rejected.
At the moment when I thought they were making me go home without even giving me an interview, the CEO surprisingly stood up with my resume in hand. He was trembling.
Sir?
Owens, take a look at this.
Yes?
He let out a cry as soon as he saw my resume. The CEO handed it to him. Was something wrong with my resume? It's just that I graduated from Harvard and have experience working for a famous company in America that everyone knows about. Well, it's just a typical resume you can find anywhere. The 3 interviewers looked at my resume and my face back and forth over and over again. But they said I can go home, so I should be allowed to go home. All right, Pam, let's go home. We'll buy some puddings on our way home. Say bye to the people here with scary-looking faces.
Huh?
Good work today. Bye-bye.
How cute.
Wait a minute, Miss Paige. We wanted a talented employee like you. I would love for you to join us and become our immediate asset.
Look at how he changed so fast. He had a really scary expression before looking at my resume, but now he's smiling as if to flatter me.
If an employee who used to work for that famous company in America can join us, our company's success is basically guaranteed. Okay, I think we don't need to have any job interviews anymore, sir.
Gosh, they're really quick to change.
Wow, look at your adorable daughter. I love kids. I'm so excited to see your daughter every day from now on.
Okay, you all are being too dramatic. Seeing the 3 of them who used to give out an unwelcoming aura towards me change so dramatically, it made me want to laugh out loud. They might be from a top-tier company, but who would want to work with them after being treated like that? When I was about to politely reject the offer, someone unexpected came to the interview venue. Oh, looks like he's here. I bet it's going to be interesting from here.
Everyone is gathered today. I wonder if there's a party. Shine! Mr. Kane? The owner's here to check on us. What's the matter?
Uncle King!
After Pam saw Kane enter the room, she ran toward him.
Uncle? Hey, Pam. Long time no see. I missed you. Don't tell me that Miss Paige is your relative.
Yep, I'm actually Kane's older sister.
It's showtime. Shine!
Yes, he was my actual brother Kane. Of course, it was Kane who told me about this job interview. This company is under the supervision of the company which Kane manages. Kane decided to offer a hand by merging the company with his when they were struggling.
Oops, I forgot to ask to take good care of my sister who is coming to the job interview today. I assume you were just having a job interview?
Yep, right, sir?
Yes, Sis, how was your job interview at the company that values freedom and supports working mothers?
Actually,
Wait!
the CEO was panicking. It looks like Kane is aware of what just happened. Maybe he wanted me to come for a job interview because he knew all along. Then I guess I'll enjoy this opportunity just like how he wants me to. Oh, they were very welcoming.
Right? We were just asking Miss Paige to work with us at our company.
Yes, your sister's very talented and we're very surprised. We are very honored to be able to work with someone so talented like your sister.
They're overusing the word very. They're the ones who are in very big trouble, though.
Oh? So you're going to work here, sis?
Huh? Oh,
Yes!
You can start tomorrow.
I hope we can be close as female workers here. Okay?
Nope. There's no way I'm working here.
Huh? What does that mean?
No, I think there's a misunderstanding, but there's no problem. Miss Paige, we would all like to welcome you. You're very welcome. We all want you. We're more than thankful.
Huh? There's no problem because you all suddenly changed the way you act? No way.
Uncle, Mom's going home.
Huh?
That guy over there said she can go home.
Like that, Pam pointed at the interviewer.
No, yes, I said she can go home. She has such a wonderful background. There's no need for us to interview her. We're hiring her already. So I told her that she can go home.
No, he said she can go home if she has no motivation. He also said she didn't understand her limits, caused trouble, and and didn't understand the concept of maintaining public image.
Ugh.
Did you tell my beloved sister to go home?
No way! We just didn't know! We thought that someone who would come to a job interview in a t-shirt and with their kid had no motivation to work, so that's why we told her to go home. But that was before we checked her resume. We knew that she would be a valuable employee, so we quickly changed our attitudes and hired her. Please believe us!
He revealed that they changed their attitudes.
Okay, then I believe you.
Thank you so much!
So that means you lie about allowing interviewees to come to the interview with their children and wearing casual clothes to maintain your public image as an understanding company, but actually exploits those who bring their children with them, and prefers a casual style like my sister.
Huh?
I don't think you understand. I thought this company was an understanding firm that supports working parents.
So,
Yep, this company is supposed to be understanding and supportive of working parents, just to maintain their public image.
hey, no! Miss Paige!
He's desperately trying to stop me, but who cares? I need him to understand what they're really like. Gosh, Kane, I thought you said I could wear a t-shirt and bring Pam to my job interview. They told me that no one would take that seriously.
No,
And they're appealing that they're an understanding firm because we live in this area. But I heard everyone is responsible understanding the limits. The employees here seemed pretty surprised to see a small kid at their company. They gave me cold stares, and I haven't seen anyone dressed casually. They say they allow their employees to bring their children to work, but she told me that I should know how much trouble it would be if I actually brought my child with me.
That?
I knew this was the case.
What's actually happening here is that although they allow their employees to bring their child with them, they pressure everyone not to and wear their suits every day. Even if you try to maintain a positive public image, acting like this towards those who you're not so sure about during the interview, I bet people will soon find out how you really are.
You judge people on their looks and make them leave before having an interview. What a courageous thing to do as a company who almost went bankrupt. About that. Looks like you're going against my management philosophy. No, that's not the case! I thought I'd help because you seemed like a very understanding and nice company. But I'm disappointed. Well, I already kind of figured. So I guess I was right to have Sis spy on you, expecting that she would reveal the truth for me.
I knew it. You could have told me about your plan beforehand. Well, I figured it out halfway during the interview.
What's going on? I've been visiting this place a few times, but everyone's dressed in suits. And I've never heard a single baby cry, so I was having doubts. A company that's on the verge of going bankrupt and pretends to be a good company by maintaining a positive public image to attract human resources? I wanted to see if it was really a good company. You asked me for my financial support and advice, so I had to learn more about this company.
Many talented employees were leaving Takwar. Some even caused scandals. And they didn't have luck with their employees, so despite being a top-tier company, they were struggling with the lack of staff. They've been appealing to the public about how understanding they were, so Kane wanted to help them somehow, but it looks like he was questioning if that was really the case.
I'm sorry, but I don't think there's a reason for me to help a company that lies. I can't invest or help you find new employees. Huh? No way! So, let's pretend like the contract never happened.
that's too much! We're telling you that we're willing to hire Miss Paige!
And I said I'd like to politely reject.
Hear that?
You said you allow interviewees to dress casually and bring their children with them. But when I actually did, you laughed at me and told me to leave after a good scolding. Then you better not write that you welcome working parents in the first place. But you suddenly begged me to work for you once you saw my resume. How selfish. Aren't interviews conducted to see how motivated the interviewee is and to judge their personality? You're having these confusing interviews just for form. That's why you always regret hiring those who have a nice educational background but end up causing scandals. And because you're attracting people by pretending to take good care of the employees. Good employees get scouted by other firms, leaving you short of hands.
That's as expected from Sis. You figured out their flaws just through this interview. Oh, by the way, all the other interviewees are part of my plan too. Ha! Huh?
Oops, I didn't realize that.
They're great workers from my company. I was planning to have them spy on the company for a while, but I guess they no longer have to do that. Guys, your work for the day is over. Haha. Oh, wait! What is going on?
What do you mean?
Okay, thank you. Like that, those who were quietly observing around us went home one by one.
Mom, I want pudding!
Oh, you're right. They said I can go home as well. Let's get going.
Huh? Wait a minute! Please, help us! Mr. Kane, please make some investments! I really don't like people who change their attitudes depending on who they're talking to. No way! Ma'am, could you please save our company somehow? Please?
Please.
The three of them bowed their heads deeply. What should I do? Pam, what do you think? Okay, you heard her.
Oh no. Okay then. I'll get you a huge pudding in a bucket as a thank you gift for this interview.
Yay!
Pudding! Pudding!
Oops, I forgot to tell you one thing. Huh? There were a few journalists among the interviewees who came today. Journalists?! Making the headlines like, the reality of the job interview at a top-tier firm. Exciting, huh?
Ooh, Kane, you really have everything planned as always.
I guess we're done here. Shine!
The CEO was very pale, and the other two were frozen to the spot with their mouths open wide. It was like they were at a loss of words. Like that, we made our way to the door, walking past the employees working hard in their suits, and left the top-tier company. After that, it was revealed to the public that they had always been lying about being supportive of working parents. Some of the employees who actually went to work with their children got scolded, and it was revealed that they were far from supportive, not even allowing them to take days off when they had to pick their kids up or attend their school events. The recording made during the job interview were also leaked, and the two interviewers as well as the CEO got criticized heavily. Moreover, many shocking truths, including the employees spending the company's money, were revealed, and they had no other choice but to go bankrupt. Even if they pretend to be good on the surface, when they actually don't change the inside, they'll have to face the consequences sooner or later. I went to another job interview today with Pam and Kane was waiting for me outside when I finished my interview.
Good job. How was your interview?
There was a playroom for kids, and I saw some kids playing there. The environment felt like home and it was nice.
Oh, does that mean it's a good working environment for single moms too?
I think so. They even gave me candy before I left. I bet it's a great place to work.
They gave me chocolate too.
Chocolate? That must be a great company.
When they gave me the chocolate, they even bent down so that we had the same eye level. The chocolate was also not too sweet nor bitter, and the amount was just right so that I won't be too full before my meal. So I would say that it was perfect.
I see. Okay, I'll bring some of my best employees here. The next company I want to check on is...
Actually, I decided to work at Kane's company. My role is to spy on different companies. Pam helps us out too. Well, Pam is a more talented company detective, to be honest. It's hard to find a job while I take care of my child, but I'll continue to work hard. I hope more companies would be understanding and supportive of working parents.
My name is Paige, and I'm 38 years old. I recently achieved my dream of opening my own restaurant. In fact, when my daughter, Paula, who's now in middle school, was little, I lost my husband. He used to run a restaurant, but back then I didn't know anything about cooling or managing a business. There was no way I could handle it on my own, so I had to make the difficult decision to close it down. I felt so guilty about it, like I was letting him down. That's why I decided to start from scratch, learn everything I could, and now I've finally opened this restaurant. The other day, my sister Phoebe, who lives nearby, came to eat, and she said, "I can feel it. I can feel it. This place is going to thrive starting next year." There it is, Phoebe's sixth sense. Her predictions always come true. I am so happy. Oh, and Phoebe, you've been spreading the word about my restaurant, haven't you? The other day, a bunch of people in suits came in, and they all said they knew you. Of course, they've all been saying they're too busy with work right now, but they'll come back once things settle down. Really? Oh, that's great. Still, Paige, you're amazing. You raised Paula so well on your own, and now you've even opened a restaurant. No, I wasn't alone. Since Paula was little, you and Mom have been helping me with childcare and housework. Yes, and it's thanks to the support of everyone around me that I'm able to enjoy my life now. However, there's only one person nearby who's extremely troublesome. One day, on my way to the grocery store on my restaurant's day off, "Oh, look who it is! Paige!" This is Sophia. She has a daughter, Mia, who's in the same grade as Paula. "Oh, so the restaurant's closed today, huh? That's why you're walking around in such shabby jeans and a cheap shirt, right?" See, she's very rude and annoying. Sophia moved to the neighborhood last year. Like me, she's also widowed. Since our daughters are friends and we had similar situations, I thought we could get along, but that was my mistake. "My late husband was an elite and my family is wealthy. This dress, it's from a famous designer. Not that someone as poor as you would understand." From the start, Sophia was full of these kinds of bragging stories. Well, I'm in a hurry, so goodbye. I quickly left the scene. By the way, I've heard from Mia that her mother pays for their lifestyle with her parents' money. Bragging about the things bought with your parents' money? How embarrassing. I tried my best to avoid Sophia. Besides, I had heard from Mia that her mom often brought men home and treated her like a nuisance, which was a huge red flag for me. At some point, Sophia noticed I was avoiding her, and it seemed to really bother her. In addition to her constant bragging, she started making derogatory comments about me, like earlier. She also seemed to dislike the way other moms complimented me for opening a restaurant. The day after I ran into her at the grocery store, Sophia came to my restaurant. This woman always shows up here the day after seeing me. "How dare you walk away while I was talking yesterday? Plus, for the record, it's about 1 billion years too early for you to think you can avoid me." Sophia stormed into my restaurant, fuming, and plopped herself down at a window-side table with an angry huff. "Ugh, what a shabby place. Hey, everyone, you better not eat here. Poverty might rub off on you." She said this loudly enough for all the customers to hear. Since the restaurant was still fairly new, this was only Sophia's 3rd or 4th visit, but I was already considering banning her for good. Before I could act, though, one of my regulars, a sweet elderly couple, beat me to it. "Paige, you should ban that person from your restaurant," they said with surprising firmness. Incidentally, everyone in the restaurant at the time happened to be loyal regulars. I'd had just about enough of Sophia's antics, so I took their advice and officially told her she was no longer welcome. "What? I'm a customer. You're really going to kick out a paying customer?" Sophia barked, indignant. But when the other patrons started booing her in unison, she must have realized she had no allies. "Tch, all of you, just you wait. I'll make sure you regret this," she spat before finally stomping out of the restaurant. The next day and the day after, Sophia tried to force her way into the restaurant. But my burly chef managed to chase her off. By the 3rd day, she stopped showing up altogether. However, a new disaster struck in a way I could have never anticipated. One evening, just before closing time, the restaurant phone rang. When I answered, a man's hesitant voice came through.
Hello, my name's, Thomas Smith. I found your number online, and I wanted to ask, do you take private bookings?
Yes, we do. We can accommodate up to 50 people for a private event.
Great! Then I'd like to book for 50 people with your most expensive course, next Saturday from 8 p.m. for 2 hours. Does that work?
Thank you very much. That works perfectly. Could I also get your phone number? Feeling optimistic, I hung up and prepared for the big event. Then the following Saturday came. We had everything ready, 50 portions of our finest dishes, and waited for the guests to arrive. But 8:10 p.m. came and went, then 8:20 p.m., and not a single person showed up. Could this be a no-show? The chef and I sat nervously staring at the perfectly arranged dishes on the tables. I'd been trying to call the customer, Mr. Smith, several times, but while the phone rang, no one ever answered. If this really was a no-show, all 50 meals would go to waste, and the loss to the restaurant would be enormous. As I dialed Mr. Smith's number one more time, suddenly a voice on the other end snapped. "Who is this? If you're a woman, I won't forgive you." Startled, I nearly dropped the phone. Why is Sophia answering the customer's phone? Customer? Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah, I told him to block unknown numbers. Anyway, about the reservation, he decided to go with another restaurant, so just cancel it, okay? What? You can't be serious. This is a huge problem. We've already prepared food for 50 people. When Mr. Smith made the reservation, he agreed to notify us in advance if he needed to cancel, and... Oh, please, Thomas Smith, that's not even his real name. As if we'd ever have a class reunion at a shabby little restaurant like yours. We're actually in the middle of our university reunion right now. Oh, it's such a beautiful venue. Way better than your place. What the hell? That's awful. At the very least, you need to pay for this. Did you do this out of spite because I banned you from the restaurant the other day? Let me make this clear, Sophia. If you don't take responsibility, I will sue you. Huh? Sophia? Who's that? No idea what you're talking about. What the? Before I could say more, the line went dead. When I tried calling back, I found out I'd been blocked. That woman. She can play dumb all she wants, but I know it was Sophia, no doubt about it. I was seething with rage, unforgivable. But if she kept denying it, suing her might be tricky. If only I could track down the guy who made the reservation and force the truth out of him. In this case, the police probably wouldn't help with something like this either. Just then I heard the door open. Good evening. No customers tonight? Phoebe, that's it! I have a secret weapon. Phoebe! I explained everything to Phoebe as soon as she arrived. After listening intently, she said, I knew it. I had a feeling something was going to happen to you, Paige, so I came by. By the way, that Sophia woman, where did she say her class reunion was from? Mia mentioned it before, apparently. It's Panic Collection University. It's nearby. Oh, really? Interesting. Very interesting. A sly smile crept across Phoebe's face. That's Sophia. Daring to mess with my Paige. What a stupid person. I think I'll beat her ass. What? Phoebe is usually so sweet and rarely gets angry. Seeing her smiling while a vein pulsed on her temple was enough to send shivers down my spine. Not long after, Phoebe made a phone call. A short while later, one after another, people in suits began streaming into my restaurant.
Man, I'm starving.
Lucky I stayed late at the office.
As they took their seats, Phoebe clapped her hands and said, All right, everyone, dinner is on me tonight. Think of it as a little reward for your hard work staying late. Oh, and while we're at it, I've got something to ask you all. In the end, Phoebe paid for everything, saving my restaurant from financial ruin. I couldn't be more grateful. I was in tears. But this wasn't the end. What happened next? Well, let's just say thanks to my big sister Phoebe, Sophia was about to hit rock bottom in the most spectacular way imaginable. Hello? Ugh, Paige. Wait, who's that woman? She's my big sister. Nice to meet you, Phoebe said with a calm yet icy tone. I heard you were the one who made a reservation for 50 people at Paige's restaurant yesterday, and then canceled without notice. What? I don't know anything about that. Oh, so you're going to keep denying it, huh? I said I don't know anything. Anyway, isn't it the kind of place that deserves to get ghosted? That restaurant is so tacky. And Paige, you're the worst as a person. Unbelievable. If anyone's the worst here, it's you. Then again, with the way you carry yourself, I'm not surprised you're in a mess like this. With that, Phoebe stepped to the side and yanked someone's arm, pulling them out from behind the door where they had been hiding. When the person came into view, Sophia's eyes widened in shock. Josh? The man, already cornered by Phoebe, stood there trembling, tears streaming down his face and his shoulders slumped. This was the man who had called himself Thomas on the phone. Actually, his real name was Josh. Well, you see, I'm the CEO of a company near Panic Collection University. Josh here happens to be one of my employees. CEO? Sophia stammered. That's right. My company employs quite a few graduates from Panic Collection University. So all I had to do was ask around a little, and it didn't take long to find out who attended the reunion yesterday. Then I simply had a little chat with Josh here and encouraged him to tell me the truth. Isn't that right, Josh? Phoebe turned to him, her smile bright but cold as ice. Although her lips curled in a pleasant grin, the tension in her eyes and the faint twitch in her temple made her expression nothing short of terrifying. Sure enough, Josh began trembling uncontrollably, his face pale.
I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
He stuttered on the verge of tears. So, Josh, you made that reservation at Paige's restaurant under Sophia's instructions, didn't you?
Yes, that's correct. There's no mistake.
Hey, Josh, what are you saying?
Shut up! If I had to choose between you and the CEO, I'd definitely choose the CEO. My life is on the line here. You don't know how terrifying they both are!
Thinking back, I remembered someone from Phoebe's company once telling me the CEO's cold as ice when dealing with Karens. She smiles like it's nothing when she's angry, and that's what makes it even scarier. You traitor! Give me my money back! Right. Sophia, I heard you've been helping Josh pay off his debt, but you're living off your mother's money, aren't you? I doubt you've told her about the money you've been paying to others, have you? What? I know that your mother has been giving you money for Mia, because Mia supposedly needs treatment for a disease she didn't even know about, right? That's how you managed to get a large sum from your mom, isn't it? Wait! How do you even know that? I never told Josh about that. Go away, I'll call the police.
Stop! Stop it! I'm not going to take any responsibility. Sophia, you can't beat my CEO! Just give up!
What the? You want to know how I know? I can feel it. I can feel it. The thing in your right pocket of your skirt, it's a receipt, right? From when you bought fried chicken at the convenience store. Wait, how do you know that? I can see it. I can see it all. In that shoebox, the top shelf to the left, there's your fish sandals, right? What? No way! Fish sandals? By the way, if I were to expose everything to your mother, Sophia, what do you think would happen to you? Huh? Of course, your mother would stop sending you money. I wonder if your mother would say she's cutting the bond and will raise Mia on her own. Wait! You'll have to get a job, but no company will hire someone like you, right? If you ever have to live under a bridge, make sure you get permission from the store owners to collect cardboard for your house, okay? I don't want that! The woman who mocked Paige will be ruined. Just thinking about it gives me chills. Sophia turned pale at Phoebe's prediction, while Josh was shaking and crying. Just then Mia and Paula arrived in their uniforms. Welcome back, Paula. Mia. By the way, I was hoping to visit Mia's grandmother. Could you help me with directions? Phoebe said, skipping over to Mia, clearly enjoying herself. After explaining everything to Mia, I, along with Paula and Mia, got into my car and headed straight to Sophia's parents' house. Sophia's figure, frantically rubbing her forehead on the ground, quickly disappeared out of sight. As predicted by Phoebe, after Phoebe spoke to Sophia's mother, everything unfolded exactly as expected. Mia was taken in by her grandmother and Sophia's allowance was stopped, leading to a complete severance of ties. Sophia ended up building a cardboard house by the river, and I occasionally passed by her on the bridge. As for Josh, who was already a troublemaker, he soon made a huge mistake at work and couldn't continue in the job, eventually quitting. His next job turned out to be in a toxic workplace with no holidays, endless overtime, and miserable pay. His debt kept growing, and all he could do was cry every day. He even came to Phoebe, begging to be rehired, but was promptly turned away. As for me, true to Phoebe's prediction, my restaurant is booming. We've been featured on TV and in magazines, and people from all over the country are coming to my restaurant. Recently, Phoebe came by again. Wow, your place is really thriving. Yeah. Oh, and Mia came by with her grandma yesterday, and she said she wanted to see you. Mia is totally a fan of yours, Phoebe. Aw, that makes me so happy. I'm so glad Mia's doing well. Mia never liked her mom, so she said she's happy living with her grandma instead. Well, let me show you to your seat. Today's special is our restaurant's signature margarita, right? Exactly, it's margarita.
My name is Carter. I'm 26 years old and single. I work as a janitor at Panic Collection Corporation, a major company. People often look down on janitors, but I take a lot of pride in what I do and find it really rewarding. Employees here can work comfortably because our cleaning team keeps the place spotless. Well, maybe that's a bit of a stretch. But cleaning's still an important part of helping the company succeed. That's why I believe putting my all into the work I'm doing now will pay off in the future.
Hey, Mr. Carter.
As I walked into the office to start cleaning, Miss Paige, one of the employees, called out to me.
A client who came in for a meeting earlier brought us some snacks as a gift. There's enough for the cleaning team too, so make sure you grab some later, okay?
Thank you, Miss Paige. I thanked her politely. But then another employee chimed in with a mocking tone.
Miss Paige, come on. You don't need to share with the janitors. It's not like poor people can even appreciate fancy snacks anyway.
The one making this snide comment was John, a guy who joined the company about 3 months ago. Remember when I said there are people who look down on janitors? He's the prime example. From day one, he's treated me like I'm beneath him. And he never misses a chance to talk down to me.
Hey, knock it off, John. That is so rude to Carter. Thinking janitors are poor is just your own prejudice. The cleaning team is part of Panic Collection too, and they do an important job.
Miss Paige tried to shut him up. But instead of apologizing, John just rolled his eyes and gave her a smug look.
This is exactly why you let these peasants get ahead of themselves. Miss Paige, you're too nice. And as the CEO's daughter, maybe you don't really understand how the world works, but there are hierarchies, and we need to maintain proper boundaries.
Boundaries? Oh, please. I know my place just fine. I grumbled internally, but didn't bother responding. There's no point arguing with someone like him. So I stayed quiet and focused on my cleaning.
Wait a second. John, you might not know this, but
Having the cleaning crew around is such a pain. Guess I'll go take a smoke break.
Cutting Miss Paige off mid-sentence, Josh hummed to himself and strolled off to the smoking area.
hey, don't just walk away while I'm talking.
It's fine, Paige. As she started to go after him, I stopped her. Don't bother with someone like that. It's not worth the trouble, and it'll just distract you from your work. Miss Paige hesitated, then turned back to me.
Are you sure? Well, if you're okay with it, I'll drop it for now, but Carter, no nicknames at work, okay? You can call me Paige outside of the office, but here it's Miss Paige. Got it?
Yeah, sorry, Miss Paige. But Miss Paige, you called me Carter too, don't you?
Oh, you're right. My bad. Oops.
Paige is 2 years older than me, and the daughter of the CEO of Panic Collection Corporation. But we're connected outside of work too. At the office, we stick to formalities to keep things professional. But to me, she's like an older sister who dotes on me as if I were her real little brother. I really admire her. Still, it's so like her to try to keep her personal and professional lives completely separate, even in moments like this. That kind of seriousness must come from her mom, Penny. Penny, or Penny Mama as I call her, is the CEO of Panic Collection Corporation, the company I work for. She's an incredible woman who turned a small, local family business into a nationwide powerhouse in just one generation. True to her reputation as a brilliant leader, Penny Mama has a unique management philosophy. A leader should work harder than anyone else and take on the jobs no one else wants. She believes it's the CEO's responsibility to create a comfortable work environment for everyone. That's why, despite her busy schedule flying around the country, Penny Mama often shows up at the office and spends the morning cleaning the entrance herself. I've even heard that when Miss Paige first joined the company, she was tasked with cleaning the office bathrooms. It's such a refreshing contrast to most companies, where the dirty work is often dumped on the junior employees. Still, it's going to feel lonely without you here, Miss Paige. Penny Mama and everyone else will all miss you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel bad for leaving like this, but I just can't give up on my dream.
Miss Paige had joined Panic Collection Corporation with the intention of becoming the next successor. But she just couldn't let go of her dream of becoming a pianist. In the end, she decided to resign and head to Paris to train. At the time, there was a lot of opposition within the company about losing the potential successor, but Penny Mama stepped in to support Miss Paige's dream and settled the issue of succession. Penny Mama is truly amazing. Not only as a CEO, but as a mother too. I have so much respect for her, and I hope to become someone who can support her someday. For now though, I have my own role to play. Cleaning, and more cleaning. By keeping the office spotless and comfortable, I can do my part to help Penny Mama. I'm genuinely satisfied with the work I've chosen for myself. But that satisfaction didn't last long, as a new problem was about to arise. It happened one day when I came in to clean the office. Inside, I found John, the only one there, passed out asleep at his desk. This guy, thinking no one's around, snoring loudly while he sleeps. John's one of the few incompetent employees at Panic Collection. And it's not the first time he's taken a nap when he thinks no one's watching. Feeling irritated, I shook him awake. Hey, John! You shouldn't be sleeping during work hours!
What? Oh, it's you. I was finally getting some good sleep and you woke me up?
But it's working hours right now!
What's your deal? You're trying to boss me around, janitor? It's not like I can't take a short break, right?
Shouldn't breaks be taken during break time?
What's a bottom-tier loser like you talking all high and mighty for?
Bottom-tier loser?
Yeah, right? A lowly janitor who can't do anything else, thinking you can talk to me? An elite employee of Panic Collection? Like we're equals?
I couldn't understand when John started thinking of himself as an elite employee. I really didn't get it.
You're just a bottom-tier loser. You're in my way. Go away, go away! You're ruining my nap.
I was beyond frustrated. Not only was he slacking off during work, but calling me a bottom-tier loser was too much. I didn't care that he was looking down on me as a janitor. What bothered me was that he was disrespecting all the other janitors at Panic Collection Corporation. But despite my anger, John just ignored me and went back to napping at his desk. I couldn't just let this slide. But what should I do? Should I report to Miss Paige? Or to Penny Mama, the CEO? But I didn't want to trouble Penny Mama with something so petty, especially since she was so busy. And I felt so bad about bothering Miss Paige, especially with her trip towards Paris coming up. I was stuck. That's when John dug his own grave. That day, I was carrying a bucket of water to clean the office bathroom when John showed up.
What's this? You're cleaning the bathroom now? I was about to use it. How am I supposed to get in with you cleaning? You should put your cleaning on hold for me, the employee.
You can still use the bathroom while I'm cleaning.
Huh? You? A lowly janitor talking back to me, an employee? Get lost, you filthy poor thing!
With that, John grabbed the bucket from my hands and poured the water over my head. Yeah!
You're so dirty, so I'll clean you up with some water. You're now a handsome, drenched guy, huh? Maybe this will make you a little more tolerable. Be grateful, you filthy bottom-tier loser.
Soaked from head to toe, I felt a surge of anger I had never experienced before. I couldn't take it anymore. I tried to let it slide, but I reached my breaking point. Just as I was about to confront John, a woman's voice echoed through the office.
What do you think you're doing to my son?
What?
Standing in front of us, arms crossed and clearly furious, was Penny Mama, the CEO.
Mr. John, was it? You've got some nerve pouring water on my son. You've turned him into a drenched, handsome guy, so I guess I should thank you for that.
What? CEO? Wait, your son?
John was completely flustered. Not just from being caught by Penny Mama, but also from not understanding what she was saying.
That's right. Carter is my legitimate son. If you need proof, I can show you the family registry.
But Miss Paige is an only child.
Penny Mama laughed lightly.
Originally, Carter was my sister's child, but when he joined Panic Collection, he was adopted by me. When Paige decided to go to Paris and there were concerns about the company's future, Carter started training to become the next successor.
What? No, it can't be.
Even though he's my nephew, if I passed on the company to someone outside of my immediate family, there would be too many rumors. So, to make things clear, I adopted him. I thought everyone knew about it, but since you've only just joined, I guess it's understandable you didn't.
But why is he working as a janitor?
Because that's what Carter wanted.
Huh? He chose that himself?
Right after he joined, I tried to have him start with cleaning the toilets just like I did with Paige, but I realized that doing that alone wouldn't really help him understand or live by Panic Collection's core values. He told me he wanted to work as a janitor first, so that no matter what job he does, he can take pride in it as a true professional. He's a pretty impressive young man, don't you think? I never doubted my decision to choose him as the next successor.
Then Penny Mama turned to me and asked,
Carter, now that you've worked as a janitor, do you feel like you've learned anything?
Yeah, I've learned a lot. I've come to realize that at Panic Collection Corporation, all employees, regardless of their roles, need to work together and give their best. At the same time, I've also understood that some people still carry a sense of discrimination because of the differences in our work duties. In the future, when I start getting more involved in management, I think it's important to tackle this issue and create an environment where everyone can work together as a team.
That's exactly right. I agree with you. Although I'm busy and can't always keep an eye on everything, I want you to be my right hand and make sure things run smoothly from now on.
Of course. Penny and I exchanged a firm handshake. Just then, Miss Paige, who had appeared out of nowhere, spoke up in a relaxed tone.
It's great that you two have gotten so close, but what are we going to do about John?
Penny turned to John with a stern look.
Well, that's something I've been thinking about too. Your behavior toward Carter is absolutely unacceptable. But even though I'm busy and can't catch everything, I'm not blind. Did you really think I didn't notice that you're always slacking off whenever you get the chance and not doing your job properly?
I'm sorry.
For someone who's been slacking off at work to look down on Carter, someone who's been working hard as a janitor, and then pour water on him, as a business owner, I can't let that go.
No, that's not fair!
Oh, so what's the plan? Are you going to fire him?
Miss Paige smirked as she said that, and Penny Mama followed with a similar smile.
No, Paige, even though he's a useless employee, I can't just fire him that easily. But if he's going to continue working here, he'll have to fully understand and embrace the values of Panic Collection Corporation. So for now, I think I'll have Mr. John work as a janitor and really get a taste of what it's like to clean every inch of this office.
Wait, you mean I have to do that? No way! I don't wanna!
Well, Carter did it, and so did all the long-term employees at Panic Collection.
That doesn't mean I have to do it! I don't wanna clean! That's something only bottom-tier losers do!
What are you talking about? Janitors are not losers. Calling people bottom tier or poor is just your arrogant assumption. In any workplace, it's the janitors who work hard to keep things clean, allowing everyone else to work comfortably. Not understanding that is proof of your own incompetence.
Well said, as expected of the next successor of our company. All right, the decision's been made. Mr. John, go change into your janitor uniform, and let's start with the bathrooms. I'll personally train you on the job. Together, we'll make the office restroom shine.
No, I don't want to! Somebody help me!
After that, John couldn't handle the janitor's job and ended up quitting on his own. However, the story of him leaving Panic Collection Corporation spread all over town, and it seems no one wanted to hire him. Now he works part-time at a convenience store, cleaning the restrooms every day. I still don't understand what he hated about such a rewarding job. Time passed, and now I've finished my work as a janitor. I'm out with Penny Mama, visiting various clients every day. From now on, I'll work hard to help grow the company that Penny Mama has built. That's my resolve.
My name is Paige. I'm a 29-year-old full-time employee. Ever since I was little, I always told myself that I would get married before I turned 30 years old. And to be honest, I've always been pretty popular with guys, and I never had a break between boyfriends. But I never had a partner that I could really imagine marriage with. Well, when it comes to marriage, there's timing, momentum, how we met, and my work situation at the time. So I guess there are a lot of factors that go into it. That's probably why up until now, I had passed up some opportunities without even realizing it. But that's why, now that I'm already 29 years old, I've been thinking that I need to start considering marriage pretty seriously. I was learning how to cook and how to be a good wife. Little by little these days, I've been putting in some effort into it. And then, as a result, ta-da! I was able to meet my current boyfriend, Nelson.
Hey, Paige. How's it going lately with your boyfriend? I remember you always said you were going to get married before you turned 30. But you're going to be turning 30 in nearly 2 months, right?
Yeah, that's right. But things are really steady with Nelson. We have plans to go on a date today after work, too.
Wow, must be nice to be you, Paige. Nelson is the ace of the company's sales department. And on top of that, he's also tall, and he's good looking. He is the type of guy that anybody would want to date.
It kind of makes me blush when you compliment him that much.
Seriously, I'm jealous of you, Paige. I also wanted to get married before I turned 30, but I couldn't find a good partner at all.
But Kelly, you're cute, and you have a lot going for you. I'm sure you'll find a good boyfriend in no time. Don't worry.
Yeah. I also think the same thing because even this Paige was able to get a boyfriend that's that good looking.
Hey, wait.
Like I said, none of us can give up yet. We still have a lot going for us.
Hey, Michelle? She just said even this Paige. Isn't that a little bit rude? These two are Michelle and Kelly. They're my colleagues that I've gotten along with since we entered the company together. I'm really grateful that we have a relationship that we can all say what we want to each other, but when it comes to Michelle, I feel like she always looks down on me and that she treats me pretty terribly. Well, She probably just doesn't like the fact that I have a boyfriend. I suppose you could just call it jealousy. But actually, just recently, Nelson proposed to me. And today I wanted to report that to the two of them.
But even still, Paige, today, is it just me or are you in a good mood? I feel like you're up in the clouds and that you've been grinning all day.
What? Really?
I also thought that too! Well then, Paige, are you hiding something from us? You can't hide anything between the three of us.
Well...
That's right. Come on, Paige, fess up.
Right. Actually, there's something that I need to tell the both of you.
Yeah, what is it?
Well, actually, last night Nelson proposed to me. And to be honest, because it was a surprise proposal, I still have trouble believing it. And every time I think about yesterday, I just can't stop smiling. I'm sorry. Without hiding anything to the two of them, I told them the situation. Even if she was jealous, they were my colleagues and my friends that I've worked hard alongside for years. And I figured that the both of them would be happy for me.
What? Paige, you're getting married? Well, congratulations! Although, I am a little bit mad that you got ahead of me. But that's different from this. Paige, seriously, congrats! You're gonna be so happy.
Thanks.
Oh, come on, Paige. Don't scare us like that. To be honest, I am also upset. Because it's that Nelson that's handsome and good at his job, and you get to be his wife. I'm super jealous. Congrats!
Thank you. The both of them were happy about the news, and I was relieved. And with this, I'm gonna become a wife. When that crossed my mind, I couldn't help but to have a big smile on my face. But work is work. I need to make sure I separate the two. That day at night. Today at lunchtime, I told my colleagues that I'm going to be getting married. And then they were super happy for me.
What? Wait, you told that we're going to get married?
Yeah, wait, should I not have?
But who did you tell? Who are you talking to about our private lives?
Hey, wait, why are you so mad?
Anyway, tell me, who did you talk to?
To Kelly and Michelle? Because the two of them are my best friends, so of course I'm going to tell them that I'm getting married. That's a given, right?
What? Well, yeah, that's true, but still, if you're going to be telling people, I wish you had at least told me first. I see. So you already told them.
Nelson? What's the matter?
No, sheesh. You can get so carried away sometimes.
It's totally normal to tell your best friends you're getting married, isn't it? And plus, he keeps messing around on his phone ever since I said that. Hey, Nelson?
Whoa! You scared me.
Hey, what's going on?
Because you called me suddenly. What's the matter?
Look, it seems like your phone has been going off quite a lot today, but is everything okay? Is there a problem? If you're busy with something from work, should we just go home for today?
What? Oh, hey, yeah, that would be good. I don't know. I've just been really busy with work lately. Let's wrap up today's date here, and we can go out again soon.
Sure.
Well then, I'm gonna go back to the office now. Paige, I'm sorry, but can you take care of the bill here?
Sure. As he said that, Nelson panicked and ran out of the restaurant. What was that? That was way too suspicious. I was really thrown off by Nelson's strange reaction and his anxiousness. Not only that, it was fine that he left the restaurant and said he was going back to the office, but the direction that he headed was the complete opposite from the office. There's definitely something going on. This is suspicious. That's what I thought. So I tried contacting Nelson a few hours later. But on that day, I didn't receive any response from Nelson. The next day, even when I ran into him at the office, he seemed like he was on edge, and it was obvious that he was avoiding me. A few weeks after that, the days continued that I was being blatantly avoided by Nelson. And to be honest, I didn't know what to do anymore. Because it doesn't make any sense to be avoided by the person that you're going to be getting married to. I was starting to get frustrated. When I have a lot on my mind, there's only one place I can go. I'm gonna go and drink by myself there tonight. One day after work, I went by my regular bar, and I was sitting at the bar counter having a drink by myself. Even though I'm about to get married to Nelson, I feel like my uneasiness is a lot bigger than my feeling of happiness. Am I really going to be able to live happily ever after like this? My mind was full of thoughts like this circling around. But then suddenly, two people that I knew very well walked into that bar. And those two were, to my shock, Michelle and Nelson. What? Wait, what are you two doing here?
Get Paige!
Oh, I didn't know you were here too, Paige. But if you're going to ask what we're doing here, well, that's because Nelson and I have been dating for a long time now.
What? Did you just say that you two were dating? They appeared out of nowhere and then suddenly told me that they were dating. And my jaw was on the ground and couldn't close. In the beginning, Nelson was flustered and panicking, but then he completely changed his tune. And just when I was wondering what he was going to say,
I'm sorry. From the very beginning, Michelle is the only woman that I've ever loved.
that's what he said to me? What? What is this turn of events? To be honest, I was super shocked. I was devastated to the point where I thought I was going to faint. Because just the other day, this is the guy that proposed to me. And then when I told her about it, this is my best friend that said congratulations. And they were coming out and telling me that they are dating. There were too many things that I wanted to say in the situation. And even though I knew that I wasn't going to get an answer from this, I actually ended up asking this. Because there is no way that I wasn't going to ask. Hey, Michelle, you knew that Nelson and I were dating. And on top of that, you knew that he had proposed to me and I said yes. And you were still doing this behind my back?
I guess so. I suppose that's the case. Because no matter who looks at it, don't you think that I'm the one that's a better match for Nelson? So, I'm sorry, I guess. You should break up with Nelson for his sake.
No way. Nelson, that means you were dating Michelle and me at the same time, doesn't it?
Well, I suppose that's what this means.
How awful.
But you know what? Nelson decided that he was going to choose me. So just let it go anyway. Nelson and I are going to be drinking together at this bar tonight. So, since you're in the way, can you please just get out?
I thought that my life would be easy if I got married to you, Paige, but I guess you could say that I realized I can't let go of Michelle. So,
Awful. This is so awful. It's too much.
I had no choice! Paige, I feel bad, but that's the situation. I'll pay for your bill here. So can you just leave this bar for now, okay?
And then I ended up being half forced out of the bar and kicked out. I was so devastated that I don't remember what street I walked down or how I left the bar that day. But when I realized it, I had arrived at Kelly's apartment.
Hey, what on earth is going on that you're showing up this late at night? Wait, are you crying? Anyway, just come inside.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I know it's late, but I just didn't know what to do or where to go. And you were the only person that I could think of to talk to.
All right. Anyway, just sit down right there for now. So, what on earth happened? Why don't you try telling me? Did you get into a fight with Nelson or something?
It wasn't exactly a fight. Actually, Nelson, apparently he's been dating Michelle for a long time now. And then today, the two of them showed up in front of me together. And then he said he wants to break up now.
What the hell? This is the worst thing I've ever heard. Nelson is one thing, but Michelle is another. I can't believe she would lay her hands on her best friend's fiancé. That's unforgivable.
Isn't it? It's awful, isn't it?
Paige, don't tell me that you were thinking about staying quiet and just letting them get away with this.
What?
We're going to get revenge. I'm going to help you, so let's get back at them. We need to take those people down who try to build their own happiness on top of somebody else's unhappiness.
Kelly, thank you. You're right. Yeah, that's true. We're going to get them back. I'm definitely not going to forgive them. They better be ready.
All right, that's the spirit, Paige.
After that, Kelly and I completely ignored Nelson and Michelle in the office. And then at the same time, in order to collect a settlement fee for the destruction of the engagement, we also initiated an investigation by going to a detective agency. And then, well, the evidence kept coming in. Just as I thought, people like that were hiding a lot more secrets. This is starting to become even more interesting. A few days after that, we had the near perfect results of the investigation in our hands. And Kelly and I walked straight up to Michelle and Nelson, who were happily having lunch together in the office. Excuse me, do you have a minute?
Paige? What do you want?
There's something that I just wanted to say to the two of you, so do you mind? Well, it's only going to take less than 10 minutes, and I have something to tell you that's going to make the two of you sweat in your seats.
Yeah, sure. You're probably just trying to get in our way, aren't you? Why now? even if you try to pull us apart, that's not gonna be possible.
No, that's not what we're trying to do. Actually, this is a very important conversation, especially for the two of you. It's a very, well, probably the most important conversation. But also, I think it would probably be for the best for both of you that you listen.
Hey, what's going on, Paige? You've been grinning this whole time, and it's creepy. I understand that you wanted to get married to me, but like I told you before, I don't have any feelings for you anymore.
That's right, and now you're trying to get in our way.
Are you two getting married?
It's none of your business.
Are you or are you not? Which one is it?
Well, whatever. Yeah, that's right. It's decided that Nelson and I are going to be getting married. See, look at this sparkling engagement ring. Something that you didn't even get, Paige. So I guess it just proves that I was his true love after all.
That's right, because I think it would be best for me to get married to the woman that I actually truly love.
No way. I buried my face in both hands and did a fake cry. Yes, with this, the plan is a success. I guess we had no choice. If you two are in love, then I will back off. So I don't mind that the two of you are getting married.
I'm glad. So you finally understand, Paige.
Sheesh. You should have just accepted it from the very beginning like this. Just because you weren't the one that was chosen. You were just sitting there and crying. How pathetic.
I'm going to be collecting a settlement fee for the destruction of engagement from both of you.
Huh? Hey, what?
Wait a minute. Why are you collecting settlement fee even from me?
And also, I actually took the liberty of doing a little research. And even though you're both saying that you're going to be getting married, looks like you're both lying to each other quite a lot.
I know, right? Even though you're about to become a married couple. Are you guys okay? I have to say, I was pretty shocked at this too.
Kelly reached into her bag and pulled out a thick envelope and threw out the contents of it. But then, when they saw that paperwork, the two of them, who looked like they had won this whole time, were clearly becoming more and more pale.
Hey, what is this?
What? What do you mean? This is all the details on the women other than me and Michelle that you had promised to marry. Let's see here. There's Ashley, Mallory, Jessica, and many more. Oh, please. I'm not going to let you say that you don't know anything.
Hey, what is this? You have this many mistresses beside me? How awful! You're the worst. What's going on?
No, well, it's not what it looks like.
Oh my. Even you, Michelle. You're saying that, but I don't think you're one to talk.
Huh? Hey, what are you...
As for you, Michelle, it's not like you have as many numbers like a revolving door like Nelson. But when it comes to your history as a mistress, well, that's even more amazing.
Looks like there's somebody that you've been a mistress for quite a long time now.
What did you just say? Hey, is this true?
It's the truth. Ever since she entered this company, you've been dating our manager, Mr. Isaac, who is married, haven't you?
Hey, what's going on? You easy loose woman?
Hey, what do you think you're saying? You're the last person I want to hear that from, you idiot.
But also, Michelle, all that being said, 9 years already. That's so amazing. Let you know, Mr. Isaac's wife is famous for being super scary.
That's true. I've heard that before too, that she's the highest level of scary wife. I wonder what's going to happen if his wife finds out about this. How scary.
Hey, wait! I can't imagine, but this paperwork...
Oh, did you guess? That's right, we made sure to send a perfectly crisp coffee to his wife.
What? What on earth do you think you're doing? Are you trying to destroy my life?
Oh, please. What are you saying? You two are the ones that are living after destroying somebody else's life. And as your punishment, I'm going to make sure that you both pay a full settlement fee. I hope you're both ready.
No way! You can't do that to me!
That's right! Who do you think you are going behind our backs?
Oh dear, but you two are the ones that went behind my back first. Plus, Nelson, things are going to become even more difficult for you now. All of that information there, we sent it to every single one of those mistresses of yours.
Hey, wait, what have you done?
And they all said that they're going to sue you for a marriage scam. Congrats!
No way, but why? We also still have a future. Are you kidding me?
That's true. Even for people as useless as you, there is a future.
Yeah, that's true. Of course there is. It's just that the future is...
For bullies that keep messing around, there's a future waiting for you where you have to pay for it. Well, you're going to be in debt for the rest of your life and be apologizing, so good luck to you. Both of them crumbled on the spot and were crying, but we left them behind, and Kelly and I walked away with the biggest smiles on our faces. And as for what happened after that, both Nelson and Michelle were caught in a typhoon of settlement fees from all sides, including me. Between the two of them, they had to pay over $50,000 just to me. But I wonder what they're going to be able to pay to all the other people as well. After that, the two of them disappeared from the company. But I heard that not only did their relationship fall apart, they were both stuck in terrible workplaces. And in order to pay back all of those settlement fees, they are crying and working day and night. On the other hand, as for me, I received a settlement fee from both Nelson and Michelle, and I'm on cloud 9. Kelly, I'm sorry for causing all that trouble. But thanks to you, I feel like the pain has gotten better a little by little.
Really? Well, in that case, I'm glad. But in reality, I was shocked. We were just planning on getting proof of their affair, but I didn't expect for both of them to have a whole nother side to them. Paige, it's a good thing that you didn't get married to him after all that.
You're right, that was a close call.
Oh, but I guess this means that neither of us were able to make our dreams come true of getting married before 30.
Oh, that reminds me. Well, whatever.
Yeah, I don't think we need to worry about our ages anymore. We can just keep living our lives like this.
You're right. Today, because I want to thank you, let me treat you. Let's drink tonight to forget about our worries. Until the morning.
Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more!